Hi everybody, happy Friday. If you're seeing this today, the day that I uploaded the video, happy Friday to you. If not, whatever day of the week you see this video, I really hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. So this was a tragic failure. It's still pretty, but it's definitely not my type of art. So the last video that I did this on, the table evidently was not flat, so all the paint ran to this side and there was a big puddle underneath, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna flip it around and prop that side up a little bit. Then it ran all to this side after it started drying on the edge, so the paint that was coming off actually caught right on this edge, so there's a ridge of paint. It kind of ruined the texture, so this is a repour. I've never seen this particular technique that I'm going to do before. I'm going to try it and see how it works. So what my plan is, I'm going to pour at an angle like this. I'm not going to do a ring pour. I'm not going to do any other kind of pour other than just a straight pour straight down. But my goal, actually it's going to be this way because this is blacker on the bottom. My goal is I want to have the ribbons of the paint kind of showing. I want to see the drippy texture. So hopefully, if I can make that happen, that's going to be my plan. I'm going to use somewhat similar colors, but I'm going to throw in a turquoise and then a cream color with that because I don't want all metallic. I'm going to throw in this light or medium brown, dark tan color. I'm going to throw that in there too because I just don't want the overwhelming effect of all of the metallics. This one that I did, I used the Folk Art Dazzling Metallics, the Worn Penny. I'm going to omit that. So I'm going to take him out. And I'm just going to include the antique copper. The reason for that is that I've realized that those dazzling metallics, even if you have a matte color paint elsewhere on your canvas, it will almost just put a glittery sheen kind of on everything that I've found. Granted, it's beautiful. It looks great, but if you want that matte versus metallic barrier, the dazzling metallics kind of overtakes that a little bit. Now, once you varnish that, if you go back a couple videos, you'll see what I did. It was the 4-part, it was a little square canvases, it was the progressive pour that I did. Then I varnished it. Stunning. It really added a ton of depth, but I don't necessarily want that here. Well, when I varnish, I do, but I don't want the complete sheen of that pigment or that glitter everywhere. Okay, so these little tiny cups, I did add a little bit of oil. There's no oil in any of the paints aside from this black that I'm going to coat the canvas with. I do want a little bit of cells to come up. I want a little bit of texture. So I'm going to coat the canvas first because I wanted to show you the pour painting I did before that it just didn't turn out. So that just goes to show you the importance of having a flat workspace. I have a little, a 2-foot level that I'm going to use now because we have levels laying around. So they're cheap at the store. You can do the marble test, put a marble on your table and let it roll whichever way is the low side and then adjust. But it's really important for you to have a flat level workspace. So I'm just quickly going to spread this out. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's the exact same black, but I don't want there to be any dried areas to where you can see, oh, that was a repour. So, okay, and it's funny. This morning I was watching TV. I was watching the news and saw that there is a new commercial. I think it's got to be a diabetes commercial, and they said finger sticks like 5 or 6 times, and I'm like, granted, that's not why I named my gallery Finger Sticks. Mine's STIX because, as you can see, I use my finger as a stick. Well, I'm thinking that's kind of funny that I heard finger sticks a bunch of times this morning on that commercial. Okay, so these little cups, I do have a little bit of treadmill silicone oil in the bottom, just for one, to help it release, and for two, I don't want to contaminate the paint I already have mixed up. If you want to put oil in your paint, that's great, but I don't want to contaminate if I don't want oil in those paints. So that's why I put the oil in the base color and then a pretty good amount in the cup, so hopefully it will incorporate. Okay. My plan, folks, is I want to do, when I tip it up, I'm going to do a dark color first. So I want the drips to come on the bottom. Then I'm going to do a lighter color in the middle. And then maybe a mid color on the top. Not 100% if that's going to work out that way, but we're going to try. So this is a color shift, black. This is going to be the bottom layer, and then the metallic antique copper. Oh. I'm going to do a pretty good amount in there. And then that tan, back to the color shift. Oh, I should tell you, I have an M on this because this is already pre-mixed. I had it in a cup. It's Floetrol and just paint. That's all it is. And I just poured it back into the bottle. So this is not straight paint. Oop, that was thick. Okay, maybe... Maybe color shift. I want to maybe have it on both sides. Okay, so he's going to pour first. So I'm going to prop it up on this red cup and then pour. So he'll be first. The second layer, I kind of want to have it similar. I want them to kind of blend together a little bit. So maybe antique copper, then the dazzling metallic. Then, you know what? I am going to add just a little bit of this. Flew at me. A little bit of the turquoise color. Not much, because I do want to incorporate that a little bit. Oh, let's see. That was... I want to make sure I get them in the right order here. Okay. Do I want to add another one? No. And then the second layer, I'll add... a little bit more. Second layer, I am going to do that. Oops, jeez. It got a little warm in here, so all my bottles are wanting to explode. So yes, I'm doing light on light. I know, shame on me. Okay, and then, yeah, I will do back to the antique copper. Oh, maybe a little more. The ratios, I'm not entirely sure about the ratios, but we'll see. Okay, copper. And then the top, I'm going to maybe add just a little bit of white. This is pearl white. I do believe it's the Folk Art metallic pearl white. That one's really pretty. Okay, so top layer. I want to have this one even just a little bit lighter. So maybe I'll do, because I do want to have the same colors side by side in the different layers. So that one, and that one. Actually, I think I'm going to add a little bit of this cream because it was in the last color. And then the dazzling metallics, almost out of him. Okay, and then more of that. and then back to the brown. Okay. Okay, folks, this is an absolute 100% experiment. So, okay, I think that's actually fine. So I'm going to prop him up. All right, and I don't know how this is going to go. I might just turn it into a swipe. I don't know. Always have a backup plan just in case. Oh, look at the reaction of this guy. Get you a little closer. He's looking really pretty. The reaction on that is kind of neat. I did stir him up quite heavily, so I think just the bubbles are working their way up. Okay, I don't even know where to start because I want to have a little negative space on the bottom if I can. Tip him a little bit. Maybe give it just a little encouragement. Maybe I'll lower it down. Actually, I am going to spread the very bottom layer because I really want that one to cover the edges. So I'm going to spread out the bottom and then pour. Ooh, there's a little bit of oil in this. This might actually make a cool balloon smash. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. Because I wanted a little bit more drippiness, but I don't think I'm going to get it. So, do the second layer. So this is very, very similar to a couple paintings that I did way back. I didn't videotape them because it was at the very, very beginning when I was just kind of goofing off and finding my niche. So I did a pour like that and just went back and forth with metallic colors. And oh, I did a really pretty fire department one. I also did a police station one with just like this, but it was on a huge piece of concrete board. They were, I believe, about a foot wide and I think 2.5 to 3 feet long that I did. They turned out so, so great. And then I actually epoxied them and I did, oh, I don't know, like 3 layers of epoxy. So the metallics were super, super dark. So that's what I did. I just went back and forth lengthwise on it, and it has a really cool feature. And then I blew them out with a straw, so it kind of looked like flames coming up. Very cool. All right, number 3. Just tap around the edges a little bit to make sure your corners are covered, and I'll go back and finish it, but and I'm not going to do, I think I'm just going to leave the black corner. I might pour a little bit of black over it, but I kind of like that there's a negativity on the corner right there. So okay, that is completely unique and different to anything I've ever done. So hold on, let me wipe my hands off. Okay, so I'm going to, I do kind of really like that little bare corner. I just want to make sure everybody's uniform. Yeah, there's a little bare spot there. There's a little bare spot here. I kind of like that, actually. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to torch it a little bit. I'm running out of propane, and I've said that the last couple times, but I keep forgetting to buy a new bottle. Okay. Propane. I keep saying propane. Is it actually propane, or is it... It smells like propane. I can't remember exactly what it is. Okay, that, ew, it's cool. It just gives it a totally different dimension. So I'm really hoping when it dries, when it cures, I am going to varnish it. I've been using, I thought I had a bottle somewhere. The Liquitex varnish has been working very well for me. So I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. Hang on. So this might be completely upside down for you. So that, it looks really neat. It's really organic. It's really natural looking. Looks like natural stone. So something I've never done before. It looks really cool. Kind of glad that you guys were here to see my very first pour of this nature. I'm definitely going to do another one. I might do it on my big, huge, it's like a 36 or 34 by 40 something. It's huge. So I might do something like this if it dries well. All right, folks. Again, if you want to subscribe, I would be grateful, so you can get notified of my new videos if you hit the bell. There's a bunch more to come. So if you want to see anything in particular, shoot me a message, let me know. And see the comments below, and please comment below. All right, folks, you will see me very soon. Hope everybody has a fantastic day.